Finally!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz,
Boy, Natty Baps.
three the BaptisteBros.
Yo,
What
bro.
they do? What they do?
Freshly 26 years old, 26 years young. Happy birthday, my brother. Wherever you may be watching, whether it's YouTube, Instagram Live, and or Twitch, thank y'all for joining. 8:30. Told y'all be there. And here we are at 8:30. Being here. You feel me? Week 15 has come and gone. It's time to recap what was a pretty excellent week for the agenda. Narratives, things that we said, we got vindicated on all of it. You feel me? But before we begin, you know the spiel. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And for the first time as a 26-year-old, let's get right to beautiful weekend for the agenda. Beautiful weekend of football. Beautiful everything. How are we feeling, Shabazz?
We Gucci, fam. We Gucci. I had to set up the Instagram live, so I was a little spaced out for a second, but go on Instagram at BaptisteBros. Feel me? We there, we live. You know what I'm saying? Drop comments. We in there. You know what I'm saying? We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But feeling blessed. I'm feeling Gucci. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You see the title, Ravens Clinch playoff spot. Feel me? So that's all I care about. We'll talk about that later for sure. I got something special for y'all. A little funny, a little comedy. But other than that, got drunk and shit on Friday. Calmed down Saturday. And we rallied on Sunday. We Gucci. So feel me? It's all right. It's all right.
All right. Let's make it happen. Let's recap the week that was a beautiful week indeed as Chargers finally fire Brandon Staley after they got demolished by the Raiders 63-21. This game was like we called the Raiders to win because it was like for the agenda. We got fired Brandon Staley and all that stuff. But man, I didn't expect it to be that bad. It was 42-0 at one point. That's worse than you gotta put like you can't play the game for a week. 21-0, you just gotta pass your sticks. 42-0. Damn. And what made it worse, there's a couple things that made it worse. First thing that made it worse is that the Raiders didn't score any points the week before against Minnesota. They lost 3-0. So to go out and like, hey, we ain't doing that ever again and put up 42 points in the first half, that's the first thing. And you didn't score. The second thing that made it worse is that Brandon Staley, who has been a defensive-minded guru, literally couldn't play defense. You have Khalil Mack, you have Derwin James, you have Kenneth Murray, you have Asante Samuel Jr. You have a whole bunch of guys who are dogs, who are great players, but you couldn't get the job done. I think the Raiders let up. I thought he said Antonio Pierce was like, "We're gonna keep the foot on the gas." I thought they were gonna keep going. I thought they were gonna go for 70. I would have, but they fired him. They did what they had to do. Raiders win. They're still alive in the playoffs somehow. So Chargers are basically eliminated. They get sneezed on. They lose. They're out the playoffs. They need like a whole lot of stuff to happen. I can't even figure out what they need to happen. It's that improbable. Point is, man, listen. Chargers finally fired Brandon Staley. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And it's a shame because they just wasted a year. They wasted Justin Herbert. They wasted Khalil Mack. I think he had like 15 sacks in the season. They wasted Keenan Allen. They wasted Mike. Like everything just got wasted because they kept the guy for way too long. And Raiders, they took care of business. They're still alive. And cool, I guess.
This was bad. Like it was just like Max Duggan would have been way better than Eaton Stick.
Yeah.
I feel like I guess it happened. It happened. Fine. But I will say though, if the Raiders can play like that, not like that, obviously 63, but with that intensity and that fire and not being embarrassed, play like that every single week going in, they probably won't make the playoffs, but they definitely could play spoiler for a lot of teams. I.e., we'll talk about it tomorrow with the Chiefs. So feel me, like yo, it could be a Christmas miracle for me. But we'll talk about that. But Chargers. I think people are now coming with the terms of like there are meme now. Like charging is a verb. Like to charger is to like blow the bag. Like it's regular. So shout out to the Raiders. Goodbye to the fucking Chargers. Bengals beat Vikings. Yo, Team freaking McGee, man. See, shout out to Matt. That's his guy. Team McGee. That's Matt's guy for real. And nothing appeared like when the things happen. I'm at dinner and I'm looking up the score. Of course, you got that. You got that. But I get home, like I don't get the context of like why Matt is so excited. Until I go home, or me and my girl went to like one of those like game bars on 38th Street, playing old school, new school games. It was a cool vibe. I look on Twitter or X, I look on IG, and all I'm seeing is Team McGee catch, doing one handed catch in the air. He caught it and then he reached into the pylon. Like, oh, that was he killed it. Minnesota like low key folded the bag because they had numerous instances to like end the clock and hold it down, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say it. But Kevin Wallace low key did today when he started the narrative of Joe Burrow being a system quarterback. But it's also kind of like it's not the same thing with Brock Purdy, but it's kind of easy to excel when you got Jamar Chase and T Higgins. Like it's easy. Like it makes the job easier. Obviously, you have to go out and make the throws, but when you go into a guy who can jump up and maul two people in T Higgins, and then you got a dude that can run faster than almost everybody in Chase, it makes the job easy. So Bengals are rolling 3 straight dubs, right? I think they're in the playoffs with the season in today.
They
Yo,
are.
look out. Obviously, I don't think they'll do anything. One, because fuck the Bengals, but two, like without your starting quarterback in those moments that Joe Burrow has in his mindset, like Jake Brown is not ready for that pressure. But when you're a wild card, no one really expecting you. That's when you'll be surprised. So, what do I do? They end the season in the playoffs? Possibly. They got Cleveland again, not this week, but I think they got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and someone else to end the season. Kansas City. So those are 3 tough games. Like they can definitely lose all 3, win 2, or however it goes. So be on the lookout. And Vikings, you're in the playoffs still. You got Detroit twice. So it possibly could be in the playoffs, possibly could be lead the division, low key. Like it's not over yet. So shake it off. I love seeing Justin Jefferson and Addison together. We need more of that. They both shine. And I love that.
I'll be quick. This was a good game to start Saturday. Jake Browning, man, something about him. I'm not saying he's gonna be a backup forever. I think he probably played himself into. I got it. He probably played himself into QB1 of a middling team. Thinking the Falcons if they draft a quarterback. I'm thinking Carolina. I'm thinking there's gonna be a team that gets him right, and then cool, kind of like a bridge kind of thing. But also he can win you games. That's what you want. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be throwing for 400 yards. But he has that dog in him, man. He's balling right now. That's the one thing I can say. He has that dog in him. He's doing what he has to do right now. And I'm like, I like what I see. I like what I see. For Minnesota, I needed them to lose. So that's part of the agenda. And now they're in a part of the clusterfuck that is 7-7. But all in all, it's like Vikings, you say, yeah, they got the Lions twice. So I need the Lions to take care of business. And for the Bengals, they're in the playoffs. So the playoffs start today. But they got next week, they got the Steelers fighting for their playoff lives. And then they got some other teams as well. So again, I love this time of year because probabilities say, hey, you lose this game, boom. Like we're going to get to tomorrow, Browns-Texans is a big game in the AFC, right? Because both teams 8-6, both teams need a dub. And on top of that, if one team loses, they basically just like hoping and praying that the other team, like, they got to get into the playoffs. So Bengals, for their playoff lives, for all that stuff, they took care of business and won. Colts give Steelers the Mo Alley Cox 30-13. They scored 30 straight points on Pittsburgh's defense. Pittsburgh offense started off good and then went to absolute shit. And the sad part is that they thought I've been talking trash about Kenny Pickett for a while. I was like, can't play, can't coach with him, can't win with him, small hands, all that stuff. But man, the downgrade, the precipitous drop off from Kenny Pickett has, I don't know, SAT word, you feel me? From Kenny Pickett to Mitch Trubisky is crazy. Ever since they made that switch, ever since that Kenny Pickett went down, the defense has been ass. The offense has been offensive, to put it lightly. They keep getting outgained, and they're not making clutch. You got receivers not blocking because George Pickens didn't block because they didn't want to get injured. Like, injury is the first thing on your mind, then what are you on the football field for? That's real selfish of you. Now again, that's being selfish of me. So, you should block. It doesn't matter if you get hurt. But still, you gotta, take the wins with the losses. So all that to be said, Colts, Shane Steichen gotta be in the running for Coach of the Year. For what he's doing, they're way ahead of schedule. Him, D'Amico Ryans are both, in my opinion, them two and Kevin Stefanski. Those would be the three guys I'd say are Coach of the Year candidates because each have different situations. Each have a guy, have quarterbacks who are just like, hey, we winning with them and without them. Don't matter what's going on. Kevin Stefanski has literally won 8 games with 4 different quarterbacks. 9 games. You're right. They're 9-5. They've won 9 games with 4 different quarterbacks. We're going to talk about the Bears fucking choking again. Then you have the Texans, rookie, everything, whole new team. And they had a schedule in the Colts. They have Gardner Minshew for most of the season. And somehow, some way, playing competent, organized football. Yes, great story for Detroit. Yes, great story for a lot of teams. Baltimore, John Harbaugh is always in consideration. But man, like, I love what I'm seeing from the Indianapolis Colts. And what's crazy is that they're coming out like they lost to the Browns and they lost to the Saints in back-to-back weeks. And then after that, they said, we gotta lock in and sit up in our gaming chair. And they've been rallying off wins. So they're in the thick of it. I'm excited for what I'm seeing from Indy. Fuck around and find out. And now they're in the tide of the clusterfuck of the AFC South. Shout out to you, and the Ravens. So all 3 teams are 8-6. So the division could go down to anybody.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen in the last 3 weeks, man? But I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. And also, Steelers agenda, Steelers downfall.
Yeah, love that. I don't love that they're talking about firing Mike Tomlin. I don't love that. But if he gets fired, bro, that would be the best thing that ever happened to him. I know it sounds crazy. It does sound crazy. But any team that's trying to steer the ship and get right, we don't care if you have an offensive coach or a defensive coach. Like, if you're in Chicago, you got to go offensive, right? You got to go offensive. But someone who can steer the ship and guide you in the right direction is Mike Tomlin. Chargers, they probably don't get Belichick. But if they don't get Belichick, bro, Mike Tomlin will be the perfect guy for that. Because he coaches defense, and Cowboys got the guys, and they got Justin Herbert, who is significantly better than small hands Kenny Pickett. So it's like it'll be so seamless. It will be even crazy. Um, but shout out to the Colts, man. Like people be sleeping on the Colts because they're not flashy, they're not all that. But like when you think about it, they fight. They love their coach. They fighting for their coach, and they fighting for each other. Like when Michael Pittman Jr. went down, that that was like another spark. Like your word, bet. Like now we about to cook you. So like that's what team is. What a team is like. There's not. They got a bunch of like. I said it a couple weeks ago. I'll say it again. They got a lot of B players everywhere though. It's like holistic. Like they're not bad anywhere. They don't have household names. You know, the homie DeForest Buckner probably their best defensive player, but like it's not household names. If you're a football fan, you know, but like it's not that. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those like San Francisco where you could name freaking 1 through 53 and like oh shit like nah, but holistically and as like coaching matters. It matters. People say it doesn't. Oh, you just need Tom Brady. Didn't no, bro. Like Bill Belichick was important too. If coaching, this thing of coaching and coordinators haven't taught you anything, is that coaching matters. So shout out to the Colts, man. They in the playoffs, man, and we need them to win against Atlanta. Because why? Because fuck Atlanta.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And Saturday night, I was so happy. Not the fact that I was capping off my birthday, but the fact that Jared Goff was the one to make the Broncos look limited. That's the shit. Because people were like, "Oh, the Broncos about to cook them." But I'm like, bro, Lions at home. That's a tough out. But damn near anybody. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that's damn near a tough out. Like and now they clinched the playoff spot, right?
Who?
Detroit.
No, technically not yet.
But they'll okay.
They
This week they'll probably clinch. But like no matter what happens, like even if they lose a game, 10-5, I think they're in the playoffs. Whatever.
they have like the easiest thing that ever happened. Like I have it on my phone. Say I got you.
Pull it up
I
I
got
can
you.
do my thing, but the Broncos they was capped. It was like 6 for the last 7 or 7 for the last 8 games. Like okay, like now you're going through a little bit of a challenge. How do you guys bounce back? I don't think you do bounce back because fuck Russ, But I was so mad that I had Jared Goff on my bench. He cooked, but I'm loving. Obviously, I'm on Rock. Love it again. Loving Laporta. Laporta is like they say. Kyle Pitts was the best like prospect tight end ever, bro. As a rookie, Laporta is like he's cooking. He could be an All Pro. He low key could be an All Pro. Cause look at the contenders. You got Kittle, Travis Kelce, which he'll probably get in maybe second team, but he's not having a good statistical season. Like Laporta's doing the stats and he's impacting winning. Boy, listen, I'm on that agenda, and they're using Jameson Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs and bro, offensively they're good. Offensively, the Broncos had opportunities to score, but they just fumbled the bag. Literally fumbled the bag so many times. So I'm not gonna take. I see 17 and like, oh, it was a blowout. Nah, it was not. Like the score is not indicative of like what.
Yeah, it got to a blowout towards the second half though.
Oh, yeah, the second half, yeah, but first half it was definitely competitive, and then Jared Goff to Laporta, and then Amara, and then Gibbs. It was just overkill. So shout out to the Lions. Fuck the Bengals. I said Bengals. That too. Fuck the Broncos. Yeah.
I'm gonna be quick because I was at this point of the night. I was let's just say for argument's sake, I was not all the way there. If you know what I mean. So I was lit. I was lit to say the least. But I did watch the game, of course. Started off slow. Denver and Detroit going back and back, punt. Then the Lions got hot, scored 21 straight. And they're like, oh shit. And then here we go. And like so, as a whole, it was like Russ was fine. Like he had some missed throws. He didn't really like play well, but like they one fumble was lost, no picks. It's just like that's not good enough when your opposing quarterback is 24 for 34 for 5 touchdowns and almost 300 yards. So it's like, yeah, you took care of the ball and you didn't do anything special. But that's the thing. You didn't do anything special. There was nothing to go back and forth with. Detroit, your Denver defense was opportunistic for weeks. For weeks, I kept saying, yo, they're not a good defense. They just get turnovers. If you don't shoot yourself in the foot, Denver's defense is not good. You take care of the ball, and Jared Goff for the last few weeks has been Mr. Butterfingers, Mr. What are you throwing picks for? He lost to Chicago. Should have lost to Chicago twice. But no, you took care of business, took care of the ball, and you didn't fuck up. So with all that said, now Denver is on the outside looking in, but here's their saving grace. They played the Patriots Christmas Eve. They play the Chargers New Year's Eve, and then they play the Raiders to close out the season. They easily can go 3-0. But will that be enough in a loaded AFC? That remains to be seen. Now we move on to Sunday. Panthers. I said this last week. I think it deserves a clip. I'm just gonna find a clip.
Vindication.
And also for the agenda, fuck Atlanta. But Panthers get their second win of the year in torrential downpour over Desmond Shitter. 9-7. They didn't even score an offensive touchdown. Desmond Shitter and Bijan. Bad turnovers. Bad. Now the fumble for Bijan, that rain, shit happens, right? It's a slip. It's just shit happens. So freak accident. But Desmond Ritter in the red zone threw a crossbody. Like he looked this as like a Kevin Hart video. It's like his body was facing this way, but his head was facing this way. His body was facing this way. He threw it straight to the Panthers guy, straight in his hands. And then the defense let up. It was basically a 95-yard drive in 7 minutes to win the game. Everything worked out in perfection. And also, it's sad for the fans. I know that I know it's a lost season. But damn, I know it's also torrential downpour. But nobody was there. But
5-cent tickets too.
45-cent tickets, bro. 45-cent tickets, bro. But all in all, I love what I've said for the Panthers. I love what I see from Bryce Young. And hey, it might not have been pretty. It got the job done. A win's a win. And on top of that, it ruins Atlanta's chances at the wild card, the division, all that because they lost. The Panthers still they don't have the number 1 pick. The Bears still have the number 1 pick, so their agenda is still alive and well. All in all, the agenda worked out really well. But my main premise before the game, I said bad weather plus bad QBs equals bad football, and the Panthers have a chance. What happened? Bad weather plus bad QBs gave the Panthers a chance to win, and they capitalized. So shout out to them. They did it. They did what they were supposed to do. Win and upset. Now play spoiler next week against the Packers. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. 8:30. Be there. Work. But before we continue, you said the Lions, like playoff chances and stuff. They clinched the NFC North with a win. And then they clinched a playoff spot. They can win. Sure, they clinched the playoff spot. If Seattle loses or if the Rams lose, they're already in their clinched playoffs. GG.
So what you're saying is by Thursday night, Friday morning.
Thursday night, 11:30, they're in the playoffs.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
sorry, got a little emotion. Got a little emotion. I gotta calm down. Proceed.
So I don't gotta say much. I called it. This is the type of game that Atlanta loses. That part. And this is the type of game that you never know. You said bad weather, bad quarterbacks, all that whole sentence is just bad. But feel me, Bryce Young, man. I need him to get a number 1 receiver. T. McGee, if you're watching this, if this somehow gets to you, free agency, go to Carolina, bro. They will treat you right down south. It was. I think you from Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. You went to Clemson, which is South Carolina. I know, but you'll get all that fan base to it, Carolina. Man, listen, down south hospitality, the women, food, and they'll give you a bag. So Billy, yo, T McGee, that's the agenda. I want you because man, I see it. He's still short. But he's moving. He's mobile-ish. He runs when he needs to, not when he can't do like a Kyler or Justin or Lamar. He can't do that. But like an old school Aaron, where he would definitely gas you for like a call 10, 12. Hey, you're not putting a spy on him. You're not doing QB contain. But you feel me? You could definitely do a little. He can definitely run a little bit. So I see the potential there, but we gotta get him some help. Offensive lineman, the defense. You've been saying this for years too, because you see them, you analyze the Panthers a lot. But their defense can keep you in games. Their offense just got scored. So shout out to Carolina. Fuck Atlanta. I work with somebody named Connor. She's a huge Atlanta fan because she's from Atlanta. Sorry, fuck Atlanta. The agenda.
Sorry, but fuck Atlanta.
The agenda over everything, bro. That's what I'm saying. But now a team that didn't go with the agenda, who have 2 jobs, and it's crazy. They're gonna look at Justin Fields like, oh, he ain't do much, bro. He charged it first half. That's the pick. They see 2 picks and like, okay, but you don't know the context of the picks. Context matters, y'all. Cause then, motherfucker. Skip to the whole game. I don't care about the game. I don't care. It was ugly on both sides. Like the Browns should have lost, the Bears should have lost. Both teams played horrible. But I'll say that I'll keep a point after him. Man said him. This like movie shit.
I have to play ready up. I have to play ready to queue up. I have to play ready.
All right, so I'll say my point there before we play the play. Bro, fucking Darnell Mooney. But before that, Montez Sweat, if they could get some other guys, the Bears can be dangerous next year. Whether they go with Caleb or whether they trade for more assets, surround Justin Fields with more help, which I think they should do. Because Caleb Williams and the Bears fan base, they're not going to embrace Caleb. Trust me. That's a blue collar town, bro. They not going to embrace Caleb Williams, especially if Justin's still there. So you draft Caleb and you still got Justin.
They don't trade Justin.
You say that, but you never know. The Bears is freaking a dumbass. Chicago's a Chicagoan franchise. Like it's bad works. Browns, the defense held it down, and Joe Flacco made a play. But Montez Sweat is a godsend for the Bears because ever since he's been there, the defense has been vastly improved. But with that said, they had a chance to win. Natural, if you may please, roll the clip.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Give me a second. I don't want to share the audio. I just want to have it in the background. So my bad. Don't share audio. Tab.
Man said, I can't see it. It's not showing.
Can't see it. Huh?
No, it's just Justin like this.
Oh, yeah. The guy's talking about it. So, yeah.
And whoop, whoop.
Look at this. Pop, bro.
Wide open.
Oh.
He's wide.
Oh, my
He's
God.
wide.
I paused it because it's like he has it in his hands. He's falling down, and he's about to catch the ball. He's about to catch it. He's like, the Browns coverage team did exactly what they're supposed to do. Bat the ball down, and then no. Fucking Darnell Mooney, son. Darnell Mooney. That's a pick on Justin Fields. Replay. He's on the ground. Bro, I felt
all he had to do was just
catch it. That's the win, bro.
Just lay down.
Lay down. You have it in your possession, bro. I felt so bad for Justin Fields, bro, because literally that's the story of the entire game. Justin Fields running around making plays happen, and receivers dropping. Robert Tonyan had a walk-in touchdown, drop. DJ Moore had a bad drop, but he redeemed himself because DJ Moore is a dog. And then that play, Darnell Mooney, like Justin Fields. I'm not saying like I hyped him up in the offseason, and I gotta chalk that L up, right? He had some bad moments early this season, but recently he's been playing his ass off. I think he only got sacked like twice against Myles Garrett in that defensive line. The defense played out of their minds, but let Joe Flacco throw for 300 some yards. David Njoku and Joe Flacco's relationship is being strong right now. Oh, I'm so mad because again, the agenda and also Bears haven't had a chance to be in the playoffs if shit happened, and literally, like the agenda was falling in line for them. The Packers lost, the Falcons lost. You know, there were teams that was ahead of them that could have lost. They're still alive. They need a lot of shit to happen, starting with winning out and a lot of help. But man, Justin Fields, I was so mad because again, like you can't blame drops on a quarterback when they literally are in their hands. You Allegan Galen arm something, or in Darnell Mooney's case, a failed drop Hail Mary. That like, bro, would have won them the game. Not even guys who field goal. No, would have won them the game.
He's gonna remember that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he is going to. And speaking of immortalizing yourself in history, Baker Mayfield has a perfect pass rating in Lambeau Field for like the first time ever. No quarterback ever had a perfect pass rating in Lambeau. So as much trash as we give Baker Mayfield, he balled. That Swiss cheese Packers defense, they let Tommy DeVito cook him. They let freaking Baker Mayfield cook him. If they let Bryce Young cook him, we got some questions to be had. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, you know.
I think the agenda wants that to happen, huh?
Upset alert. But you know, just chill out. Point is, and I talked to my friend Josh, who's a Packers fan, my coworker Josh Kovacs. Hopefully you're watching. You're a big fan. You're a big fan. I talked to him about it. Jordan Love didn't play a bad game. If you look at the stats, you look at anything like that, like as similar to Russ, he didn't lose the game. Like he played a great game and like just didn't like. It's a shame that your defense let them cook. Baker Mayfield 22 for 28, 381 and 4 touchdowns, no picks. Jordan Love 29 for 39, 284, 2 touchdowns, and it's like just didn't have a chance. Like all because freaking your defense is Swiss cheese, pun intended, because they're Packers, the Swiss heads, cheese heads. You feel me? That's higher level puns right there, Shabazz. But Baker Mayfield took care of business. He has the Bucks at 7-7, just like the Saints are. And it's just a shame because it's like, bro, the agenda was alive and well, and then all of a sudden, Packers want to turn to Swiss cheese, and the Commanders, we'll talk about them and their sorry selves, just couldn't stop Cooper Kupp or Kyron Williams. So it's like, bro, everything was almost a perfect weekend. But Bucks, they lead this division. They're on like a 3-game winning streak right now. They're taking care of business. And as much as it pains Shabazz to say, you gotta give credit where credit's due. And Baker Mayfield played a hell of a game and he balled out.
This is all I'm doing. Giving him a clap. He did a good job. It's gonna come crashing down. Eventually. I hope so. I mean, it should be finished. Don't y'all play him last game of the season?
No, we played them New Year's Eve.
Oh, bringing in the new year.
We play Rams, Bucks, and then Falcons to close up the season.
Oh, I wish it was in reverse. I wish it was in reverse because it would be so fitting. End the season, off an L to the Saints, lose out, don't make the playoffs. Oh, Nick Wright would hate it, but I would love it so much. Miami destroys the Jets. I was completely wrong on this one. I thought, because last time it was competitive. I was like, I bet. Like, we Gucci, we here. You know what I'm saying? All right. But no. Zach Wilson did not show up. that offense. I lost my playoff. Gary Wilson did not show up for me. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. Son. It was bad. Miami. I ain't played Miami's defense. I played freaking the Raiders defense, and
Mm.
they killed me. They killed. And I played McCaffrey, so that was already an L. But damn, it was bad. Bad works, y'all. But that just goes to so. This is why. This is why Tyreek Hill not gonna win every. He would never. He was never gonna win MVP, bro. He wasn't doing it. One, because without him, you saw his impact last week against Tennessee. I think the Jets defense is better than Tennessee's, but at the same time, I will say Miami at 1 o'clock versus a bad team. It's like sun is shining. They got time to prepare. Without him, I get it. It's easier, but the Tua drops two something. Waddle. We finally have a Waddle game, but it has to be without Tyreek. Like, where was this? Like, I know last time on Black Friday, like both of them went nuts. They went bananas. But it's hard to vindicate Tyreek Hill. Like, now if they had lost the game and lost badly, then that's like, yo, we see the value. But if the ship was still moving without you, got to the destination, called a dub and dropped 30, then what? What are we saying?
So I understand, but it's like, so Chris Olave didn't play, right? And the Saints dropped 24. Are you telling me Chris Olave is not valuable to the offense because we still scored points regardless, or the opponent that we face? So yeah, your point is valid that offense business as usual.
MVP though?
Oh no, of course not. No,
that's what I'm saying. I get Tyreek's value for sure. But I'm saying he's not going. He's never was never going to win MVP because of like everything else going into it. Valuable for sure. Like, bro, I would love to have him. What? Any team would love to have him. That's a future Hall of Famer right there. But MVP though, yeah, I just didn't see it.
I'm gonna give credit to somebody I haven't talked about a lot. Raheem Mostert tied with Chris McCaffrey for the league leading touchdowns, and these aren't like Jamal Williams touchdowns that you had the 2-yard line and punching it in, or the Jalen Hurts tush push type shit. No, like he's doing McCaffrey-esque stuff, catching the ball out of the backfield, running for 30 yards, and like he's actually putting the team on his back. So the Dolphins see, yes, let Tua cook, yes, but get the ball to the playmaker. Right, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Dallas coming to Miami. Dallas already a bad road team. Vindicated on that. We're gonna talk about that in a second, a couple games from now. But man, it's like the Dolphins. Yes, if they have Tyreek Hill playing, it's a whole dynamic. But they are traditional. We want to run the ball first. We want to run up. We want to run. And if we can run, cool. Tua, just chill back and then do a quick 60-yard dump off to 60-yard deep ball to Jalen Waddle, or 50-yard deep ball to Tyreek Hill. Keep the defense honest. They have to stay back because they're so scared of speed. Like that's how it is. So good win for the Dolphins and for the Jets, man. Official eliminated playoff contention. And Aaron Rodgers saying, "Oh, it was a pipe dream to play. Oh, I wasn't ever gonna play." Bro. We knew that. We like the face that you're making is like, my man's. Of course you weren't gonna play.
If they had won though.
Oh, if they were won, then who knows? But man, I don't need to be braggadocious. I don't need to be fuck that. What makes the win so much sweeter is that it was against the Giants. And all my Giants friends, Matt, Otta, other people from New York.
I hit you up.
Otta, he went for a birthday, but he didn't hit me up for like the game. I don't gotta do much. I don't gotta do much. I'm just sitting. We took care of business. Tommy Cutlets, Fuck that nigga. We got
Y'all toxic. Y'all toxic.
7 sacks, baby. You doing all this shit in people's faces and I got my goo. I got my goo. Fuck y'all. Word.
Nah, you won't need it.
Saquon. Come, Bubba. Demario Davis clapped that ass, baby.
Hey, yo.
Had you on lock. I said what I said.
Oh,
I said what I said.
Oh, Lord.
Saints took care of business, man. And now you got Dennis Allen out here parading like, oh, we back, baby, we here. But your last 2 wins came against the Panthers and the Giants, who have historically bad offensive lines. And a lot of Saints fans are saying the same thing I'm going to say. Job's not finished. And it was Kobe Bryant. Job's not finished. We're 7-7. Damn, water. Anyway, 7-7 at our birthday. I called it. I said, this is exactly what's going to happen. We got 3 games. 3 to prove that we are an actual good team and not just the NFC South. We had a rough patch in the middle of the season. But this is a team that's rounding into form. And the fact that Derek Carr, this is his best game as a Saint. By far. Not just his control of the offense. We utilize more play action. We actually got the ball to our playmakers in the middle of the field and threw the ball down the field. Jimmy Graham was plus 700 to score a touchdown. Put $3 on that. You feel me? He scored. You know, we did this all without Olave. We did it all without Michael Thomas. And when they come back, Michael Thomas might not come back till after because, again, it's a short week. So Chris Olave, he didn't play because of an ankle injury. So he'll come back. If we can keep this alive and run the ball effectively, we can take care of business, throw the ball down the field. Derek Carr didn't get sacked. Wait, did he? Hold on. I don't want to – wait, let me confirm that. He got sacked once.
Love that.
If we had 5 yards of play. 5. I was watching this team and I was like, this is the team that I grew up. This is the team that I was like, it's not Drew Brees. It's not, we going to bomb him from 60 yards and just score every time he touches the ball. But 23 for 28 for 218 and 3 touchdowns. That's perfect. Kamara had 5 catches, 5 of them things. Kamara had over 100 yards. He's our offense. But what makes it dynamic is that we have other guys making plays. We have other players making plays and not turn the ball over. And
Shaheed caught a touchdown, right?
Shaheed did not catch a touchdown.
Who's that guy? It was on the seam, like perfect pass.
John Johnson.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, I saw it on Red. I was like, that was nice. That
was nice. And there's one last thing too before we move on because I don't think you have much to say about this game. The refs fucking suck, bro. There was a routine tackle in like 3rd and 20 that Alontae Taylor made, and they called unnecessary roughness because he led him with the helmet. He literally moved his shoulder, hit the ball, he didn't fumble, but like it was like one of the cleanest tackles you ever see. And we got flagged, personal foul, and then we moved up. So and then they ended up kicking a field goal off that. I was like, huh? What? Exactly. But with 50% on 3rd down, we had 6 penalties. We just got to clean it up. We go to LA, we go to the Rams, and they got a good offense. Not necessarily good defense. We'll talk about that in a second. But man, it's a birthday dub. We win. Took care of business. That's all I really got to say on that one.
All right. I don't really have much to say. We knew eventually the hype was going to die out, but I didn't expect it to be that bad though. I didn't expect that. But they got Philly. I'm calling a big up say Eric already on Tuesday. Is it at Philly or is it at New York? It might be at Philly because we went to Seattle Monday night. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be at. Naturally do his thing.
Eagles schedule. Give me a second. Sorry. It is in Philly.
Stop. I keep y'all posting them up. Oh shit! Oh shit! But for me, wait, yeah. So Texans, so Texans eliminate the Titans from the playoffs in an overtime win. Boy, I was, I called it. I thought DJ Stroud. Oh, like, he not playing, and it's GG's in the chat. But coaching, bro, they were down early and they rallied. They limited. They didn't. The King didn't do nothing. The King, we was like, wait, the King about to go crazy. He had prior to, I think, 3 straight games of 2 touchdowns or more. Like they was like, nah. Will Levis scored, but after that, they ate him alive. Like the defense stepped up for the Texans, and now they're one step closer. CJ Stroud likely not gonna play against the Browns, so that's probably gonna be a loss right there. I'm praying for the win because fuck the Browns, and plus if the Browns lose and we win, we get the AFC North. Love that, but hey man, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. Texans coaching. Like they were down, they never gave up, and they just like kept on fighting. And in overtime, when Singletary broke that bitch off, I was like, oh, it's up. Like, it's GG's in the chat. But they called it, and then they ended up scoring anyway, like a field goal. But I was like, damn, it was tough. It was tough. And then the reports is coming out, he's likely not playing because of the concussion. So it's going to be a tall task, but I think D'Amico Ryans can definitely get his squad ready. If you're the Titans, you're like, we're gonna hide from last week, Monday night in Miami. Rock the Oiler jersey, looking fly, but it's kind of when your offensive line sucks like that. You can't run the ball, and you can't throw the ball either. It's tough. So next year, y'all are relevant now. See y'all next year.
Yeah, it's kind of weird too because it's like the Titans, they played spoiler against Miami, and then all of a sudden it's like, damn, like you're going against a team that without their quarterback, without their starting receivers, what you have a chance to do something hilarious. You might not wait in the playoffs, but you have a chance to upset teams. And Derrick Henry this season, I think he quiet quit, if that makes sense. I'm not saying he quit on his team. I'm not saying that, but I think he wants out of Nashville. He kind of alluded to it that this is probably going to be his last season, and he has to go. He has to go to a team one last run, man. One last run, because man,
Baltimore, big dog. We take you.
so I don't know. The Texans, man, they fight. They fight and they fight hard, and they make shit happen, man. They shouldn't be in games. They shouldn't be in games. They were down 13-0. I was like, oh, okay, Tennessee's gonna milk the clock, just win and win. But no, they fought back. Case Keenum, they kept showing. Oh my fucking god, they kept showing his the Minneapolis Miracle bullshit. Like I'm like, bro, like okay, we get it. Great play. Fuck you. But yeah, just Texans win, and they got that. Oh, let me. My mind's going faster than my mouth.
Yeah, I get it. That happens to me.
They did this without CJ Stroud, which makes it better because he had a chance. He got fully healthy from his concussion. He didn't rush back. He didn't try to be a hero like Brock Purdy or Derek Carr. So it's like, cool. He got back. He's back probably practicing. Make it happen. They got the Browns. A tough defense. But something I'm proud of for the Texans, they committed to running the ball. It may not be working. It may not be working like that, but they committed. They say, we're going to try our best to run the ball. And I like what I see from them. So good shit for the Texans. Good job for the overtime win. I thought it was going to be a tie. I seriously thought it was going to be a tie. And
it was going that way.
But then they got a big play to Noah Brown and then kick a field goal to win. Chiefs continue to drop the ball, but it's enough to beat the Patriots. Mahomes was excellent. He had a fantastic game. He did what he was supposed to do. But Kadarius Toney and his receiving core, bro, Mahomes had 2 picks in this game.
One was low key assault. The one not low key. But like you could like, why did he throw that pass?
Yeah,
It was an
one
air.
time he had a bad throw, but it hit the guy in the hands, and he like kind of put it up in the air, and then they picked. Kadarius Toney's, bro.
Yeah, that was bad. You know.
Bro, you were now. It's one thing you drop the ball. Hey, we get the ball back later. It's fine. You ruining my stats, and you get turnovers. But if he got box score watches, oh Mahomes, he had 2 picks. Oh, Patriots defense clamped him up. No, the Patriots defense was no. They were Chiefs were moving up and down the field on them. They just literally couldn't score.
And
And
then
literally,
fourth quarter they could have dropped like 38 or 35, whatever. And they was like, we good. We said,
we chilling. Like Mahomes missed 10 passes. Yeah, 2 of them were picks. Other than that, damn near perfect. He had 305 yards, 2 touchdowns. He took care of business. They had 5 yards of play. Like they 35% on third down. They just kept staying on the field. And once Bailey Zappi at one point had the lead. Bailey Zappi, it was like 10-7 at one point. And then after that, kind of like, went to shit. So Chiefs take care of business. They win. Call the upset, unfortunately, and it didn't happen. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what we do here. We make mistakes. Yeah, really.
We gonna keep calling the upset, man. Fuck the Chiefs, man.
For the agenda.
For the agenda.
But otherwise, man, this Kadarius Toney got to get benched.
He got to get benched.
Bench.
In a positive note, though, Rashid Weiss, though, he's starting to step up.
He is.
So I like
go back too. So they'll be able to have a consistent running game presence again.
So like I love that a lot for them. I do love that a lot. They were playing sloppy ball, but they're like once McKinnon gets more touches, bro, that's how you know it's like that's the switch. That's the playoff time. Like McKinnon scored like twice. Like I was like, God damn, like he's elite. And I had him on my bench. I ain't need him. But like it was a lot, man. Patriots, they're trying to play spoilers to a lot of people. They got the Broncos coming up, so we're not going to talk about them like that. But like, hey, calling the upset already tomorrow. Fuck the Broncos, but we got 7 minutes and 10 seconds before the IG thing ends because for some reason it's only an hour on Instagram, but it's okay. 49 take care of business against the Cardinals, 45-29. I'm taking away 7. I'm taking away 7. So 38-29. You're like, you got some things to clean up. Defensively, the Cardinals credit, they were down a lot, but they didn't stop running the ball. They kept running, they kept trying, and they broke a couple of them things for big gashes and one for like a 60-yard touchdown. He cooked. So there's a blueprint there. Commit to the run, and the rest will follow. However, you can't throw picks. You can't throw 2 picks. You can't throw one to a pick 6 to Charvarius Ward. You can't throw another one to him later on in the game. You can't do that. Then the refs robbed them of the muff punt. That should have been a touchdown.
He was down.
Nah, boy, nah.
It was down.
You at home, you get the home field. You low-key should get the call. I'm just saying.
Oh, home field should get the calls, huh?
Nah.
2018 NFC title game. Home field didn't get the call. No call. We got no call. That's the first thing I saw on Twitter today. The official NFL account showed the replays of that game, but missed it. Oh, but they somehow missed. They said, "Oh, we kicked the field goal to go 23-20," but they didn't show the no call. This is a chance of vengeance, bro. I'm gonna be. I'm ready for Thursday, bro. I'm ready for Thursday.
But back to the game, offensively, bro, Brock Purdy just continues to play well. He went out for a little bit, and then St. Darnold was there. He's like, "Ooh, like this is not the same. It's not the same. Like it's like, ooh, put that back." And he came back, and then he scored, and it was like regular. He's like the cog that's turning the machine, and he's just making it work. And people saying that's MVP. No. McCaffrey, yes. I would if I had a vote, it's either him or Lamar. I think, I think I said it to myself, but I'm saying it again. I'm gonna say it again tomorrow. Whoever wins this matchup, Christmas Day, 8 o'clock, prime time, that's the MVP. That's whoever's gonna win the MVP. The narrative will be there, bright lights, especially if Lamar goes into San Francisco, goes to their crib. Yeah, I got something for later. So for me, goes to their crib and do the whole Christmas song, going to snack hour, whatever. Like, bro, he goes into San Fran, Levi, and cooks him. I love it. I really love it. But 49ers take care of business. They clinched the NFC West, so they're just chilling. Now they're trying to get the 1 seed, which low key can happen in like the next couple weeks, if like the next 2 weeks, if certain things fall in line for them. Which one of them or one of them will be in the Ravens, which that's not happening. So what?
Okay. Really quick, Rams take care of business. Sam Howell got benched. Lost me a fucking playoff matchup. I'm tight. I lost by like 6 points, and I would just start Derek Carr instead of Sam Howell.
You would have won.
I would have won. I'm kind of pissed off on that. It is what it is. But Sam Howell got benched. It's crazy because as soon as he got benched, Jacoby Brissett comes in, and then Terry McLaurin turns to fucking Randy Moss and start cooking. I'm like, bro, what the hell was this?
Because Sam Howell was throwing him the rock. That's why.
Wasn't throwing him the rock at all. And now the Commanders, they're basically out of the play. I think they're officially out.
They are.
They're officially out of the playoffs as well. Rams needed them to lose, but they're going to lose on Thursday. I'm going to keep my cool. You got anything to say about this game?
Yeah, for tomorrow. Save for tomorrow.
All right. Bills cook Cowboys. If you know, you know. James Cook over 200 scrimmage yards, 31-10. Cowboys suck on the road. They're 3-4 on the road, 7-0 at home. So somehow, someway, the Niners they fumble the bag and the Cowboys get the 1 seed. Damn, be on the lookout for Dallas to be pretty good. But on the road, that I'm not necessarily vindicated, but I'm just saying.
Low key vindicated. But I want to see. There's 2 things you can take, right? And this is probably it's going to take longer than 2 minutes. So if you're on Instagram Reels or Instagram Live, see you on the flip. I can't, whatever. The Cowboys, they can't beat the good team. I mean, they beat the good teams, especially when they're at home. But on the road, it gets a little dicey. Remember, Carolina, it was only up by I think like 7 points, and then they ended up like waxing them in the fourth quarter. Here, and I said it earlier in the season, they're soft. They're not cottonelle soft, they're not tissue soft, but they're soft. Because when you attack them and stop, and you don't be scared, and you run on them, they will fold. They will fold eventually. And to Micah Parsons, bro, stop talking, bro. How many times did I teach you this lesson? Not old man.
How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
Bro, I think we're the same age. So, like, bro, how many times, bro? Come on. You are a part of the media. You are literally a part of the media. Yes, people want the Cowboys to lose. Stephen A. Smith, the main proprietor. He doesn't hate the Cowboys. He hates the fans. Me, I don't give 2 shits. If you are not rocking Ravens flock, I don't really care if you win or lose. Or if you're AFC North, because I want them all to lose. I despise all of them. I don't care. I don't care. Natural, I'm pretty sure if you're not Saints County, if you're not in the NFC South, we do not care.
And there's a few teams I don't care about.
Obviously, Rams is one of them. We play them tomorrow. I mean Thursday. I get
Rams and Vikings. Fuck them.
Right. But the point is, like, yo, bro, dude, we want it. You know how many Cowboys fans there are in this world? It's probably more Cowboys fans than non-Cowboys fans in this world. Y'all are the number 1 brand in sports, bro. So when y'all lose, people like not us because we don't do that, but the sports pundits, that's the first thing they talk about because there's so many fans who are mad, who are angry, and it just happens that y'all are the Cowboys. You wouldn't be having the platform that you have if you were not a Dallas Cowboy. Shady said it today, and I completely agree with him. Oh, hold on.
Anticlimactic.
If if Myles Garrett was on the Cowboys, he'd be talked about. He's the greatest player of all time. The same stats that he has dominating the game. Put him on the Cowboys instead of the Browns, bro. It's levels to it. You can't want the recognition without the blame, without the downsides. It's always a gift and a curse. Everything. When you're successful, there's people who want you to win. We want you to succeed. Do not get me wrong. Individually, I want you to be great. I want you to win a Defensive Player of the Year one day. Maybe win the Super Bowl one day. Maybe. Get into the Hall of Fame. Oh, I want you to succeed. But at the same time, it's your team and your owner. You new to this. We true to this. NFL fans all over the globe. We true to this. Your team that you are about to get a big bag for, they are not valid. So yeah, when they lose, we all get a little bit more excited. Yeah, of course. But when you win, we give you guys the praise. Well, you guys were like the top 2 team after you beat Philly in a lot of people's power rankings. But then when you lose to Buffalo, at Buffalo, the way you lose to Buffalo, you look soft. And when people say that, it's half of it for them, it's hating. For me, it's like it's honestly criticism. Like, yo, bro, like they gotta tighten up. You gotta lock the fuck in before we tweak out. And go to Miami. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Go to Miami and put a pounding on them and remind folks of who you are. Come on, y'all. Like it's simple shit like that. You can't complain about the media when you are the media. Come on now. I get it. It's not favorable. It's not favorable. I get it. But that's life, bruh. It's life.
That's life. I like it. Last thing too, I mean, the Bills provided like a blueprint. Run the ball, run at them, but don't be scared. And then Dan Orlovsky said it too. It's like it's an art when, and Dan Orlovsky, Shannon Sharp, they were like, it's an art form when you can force somebody to move against their will. You know,
Yeah.
You running the ball as effectively as you did. Let me get the actual stats. You feel me? Let me get the actual stats. Again, I don't want to be disingenuous. I don't. I genuinely don't. As a team, they ran for 266 yards, bro. Damn. Dak, awful. Defense, awful. They're bullies. They get ahead, then you can send the dogs. Send Micah Parsons. Send DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. They have to be forced to pass. Then you get picks by DeRon Bland. You see how he may lead the league in pick sixes, but his Defensive Player of the Year stock has gone down. No one's really talking about him anymore. Narratives. All I'm saying, man, these Cowboys are bullies, cowgirls, and if they go on the road on the playoffs, I'm calling the upset right now. They're the 5 seed. Of course, if the Saints when the Saints get the 4 seed, we in there like skincare. But just know,
And for those talking about Buffalo all of a sudden, let's low key pump the brakes until they're in the playoffs. They're still in the hunt. People like, oh, they're the scariest team. Bro, we don't talk about the actual scariest team in the AFC in a little bit. You feel me? Naturally, do you want to start? I got a little presentation. I got a little presentation.
All right, so I'm about you. Let me go. I got you. Get your props ready. Get all that shit ready. I'm gonna say a few things that might sound a little controversial. Not really controversial. Firstly, Trevor Lawrence just played a gauntlet of a schedule last 3 weeks. You played 3 straight AFC North opponents, and you lost to all 3. Bengals game, you got hurt that game. Okay, your team should have held it down, but you lost to Jake Browning. He's becoming a star. No shame in that. Last week, Cleveland, you had 3 picks, 2 to the same guy, and 3 touchdowns. You put yourself behind the 8 ball. Again, Browns defense pretty good, pretty great, whatever. But turning the ball over, can't do it. Can't coach with it. Then now Sunday, 2 phantom fumbles you just dropped the ball. And then play calling, mismanagement of the clock. It's a whole I had a bet that the Jags would make the playoffs back in the beginning of the year. They lucky because the next couple of games they have the Panthers eventually. They play Bucks, Panthers, and Titans. Need the Jags kind of win all, though. I don't really care about the Panthers game. I need them to take care of business against the Bucks. I ain't gonna write them off yet. But after next week, and they take care of business, and then hey, I'm good. All I'm gonna say is they better not lose to the Panthers or the Titans, because I'm definitely calling for people's jobs. Trevor Lawrence, you're the prince. You are royalty, quote unquote, by Nick Wright. You are all this good stuff and more. But you can't keep turning the ball over. Josh Allen gets criticized all the time for that shit. All the time. But at least he's scoring touchdowns. At least he's dynamic enough to be a difference maker. Trevor Lawrence, you being a liability. Like Ryan Gosling in Remember the Titans, you being a liability right now. So, Trevor Lawrence, you got to lock in. You're the prince. You're not really princely right now. So here comes Shabazz with his shit. I'm going to fall back, and I'm going to enjoy the show like y'all should too. So, Shabazz, you ready to go? All right. Coming to the stage. Oh, my bad.
Yes, sir. Let me stand up, man. Let me stand up, man. Hold on, man. Yo, this is a master. It's a master. The shiesty in the spot, man. It's our shiesty. Bro, I can't talk. But y'all see the, get the vision? All right, good. Hold on. All right, yo. That's how you fucking take care of business. Not business. Business. What are you talking about? Bro, I was so happy with how we played. For the most part. For the most part. Bro, I got to that. Right. Boom. So happy with how we played, y'all. Like, I don't even know. Bro, we had 250. Demon Top, yes, sir. Elk, we know the fucking vibes, man. 250 on the ground. Again, bro, that's imposing your will on a team, bro. From start to finish. Lamar didn't have the best stat line. No, he didn't. But when we needed him the most, he didn't vanish like the Avatar. He stepped up. He bounced back after a bad interception because he got too cute. And I could definitely hold him accountable for that. He got too cute. He tried to do something that wasn't in his bag. And it just did not end up well. You know what I'm saying? But he bounced back. He bounced back. Dot, third down, dot, third down, dot, third down, dot. Evading, using your legs when you need to, and throwing a huge dot off the seam to Isaiah Likely, who caught it and embraced the contact at the same time for a fucking touchdown. Love that. Gus the Bus, very well. Somber, a little bit. That came into a done for the year ACL. Love the kid. Explosive. You know, the thing with us though is unfortunately how it sounds. We'll always find somebody. Like we had J.K. and he unfortunately went down. Then we had Keaton. Now he went down. So now someone has to step up. Someone has to carry that fast guy to Gus's heavy hitting downhill strength. Wide receivers didn't really have a flashy game, but like it's all right. It's okay. And now the most important thing, defensively, I'm not gonna lie. I want to give Jacksonville 6 points. I want to give them 6, so 23-13, maybe 9. I mean, I want to give them 9 points, so 23-16, because Miss Hughes was a bitch for the Jacksonville. Multiple instances. You missed 2 kicks in your first 2 drives. We couldn't capitalize on that, which pissed me off, but I was like, all right, cool. So then you're like, what we doing? Then Trevor Lawrence fumbles in the red zone, phantom fumble. The second one was a strip sack. So I bet. And just defensively, similar to what I said about the Colts as a whole team, that's pretty much our defense. Like, and Matabuke, 11 straight games with at least half a sack. He probably will be the defensive tackle all pro because he is a monster. And he's helping us win these games. So he's a complete dog. I love the kid. But besides him, like that defensive line, we lead the league in sacks, but it's like it's a little bit of everybody, you know. And I thought Kyle Hamilton wasn't gonna play, but he did, and his impact is amazing. I don't know a safety playing better ball than him, and he's a domer. So I don't know any defensive players at the safety spot playing better than him right now. I don't. From the whole season, not like a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there. From the whole season, from start to finish, his year 2 has been amazing. He's definitely all pro corner. I said all pro safety. Marlon Humphrey got me tight a lot. He kept getting beat by Calvin, but he definitely held it down at some points. But I can't drafting a running back in the first round can be tricky. It can be tricky. ETN is nice. He's a dog. I fuck with him. Haitian, Haitian sensation. I love it. But when you can't run the ball, when you only can do inside zones and bounce outside, you can't run north and south. You can't evade. Well, Roquan's hard to evade. He's a freaking tackling machine. So you can't. It's hard to evade him. But like, bro, it's hard. It's difficult. But you don't do anything. You ran the ball 10 times for 31 yards. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Now people saying, oh, but your defense let up 260. Bro, we was up the whole game. I'm not chilling. Bro, and the thing that pisses me off about Baltimore, which we've been up for, again, every single game in the fourth quarter. We've been up. But we squandered 3 leads and ended up losing those games. Low key, should be undefeated. But I'm glad we lost those games. I am honestly. Because that's bad. That's bad omens. You going 14-0 leading into Christmas. Hey, that's people talking about, oh, you better go undefeated. I hate that talk. Nah. I'm glad we lost. You can't dwell in the past. You can't do it. It happened. But what you can do is use those opportunities, use those lessons that you learned in the past to not do those shit again in the future. Our biggest thing, which I'm pretty sure everyone's been saying, all the pundits and shit, is our fourth quarter management. We're good enough to beat anybody. We're also stupid enough to lose to anybody. And that's where a lot of people have that concern about us. And some take us seriously, but others, it's like they're waiting for us to fuck it up. So, like, we got to prove them wrong this year. Because if, in the words of Natural last year, because he kept saying this a lot, if not now, then when?
If not now, then when?
So for me, I think
dark times last year. No?
Facts. But for me, it's good times in the fucking clock, man. Number 1. It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number one. So now the agenda is alive and well for tomorrow. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. But before that, Drew Lock. Eagles drew the short straw as Seahawks lock up. 20-17. Game winning dot by Drew Lock to JSN. Oh my gosh. It was the tale of two halves. Philly dominated the first, but I did think because there was enough time, I thought Seattle got a little too conservative by kicking that field goal. I was like, oh no. They kicked the field goal. They punted it back, but they got the ball back. But I was like, whatever. But I was like, you at home, you in like neutral territory, kind of like 30, but they ain't had no timeouts. Like, bro, you gotta go for it. But they ended up winning the game because they ran the ball. They ran the ball with setting up the play action, and then Darius Slay being out, other guys being out, and Jay Berry's your number one. Debo low-key vindicated. Debo said he's trash. That whole secondary is trash. Don't get me wrong. That whole secondary. Throw that whole thing away, to be honest with you. Because they are the worst in the league. They are the worst in the league. They threw it up. DK, yo, grab it. Him, I bet. DK, go on the side. Where 101? If these 101, I got you. 101, he pressed. And Shannon Sharp got on him because yo, bro, they don't need they need a touchdown to win. What are you playing so close for? Like, what are you doing, fam? Like, what are you doing, son? So, and this is why I say coaching matters and coordinators matter. People just think, oh, it was. I keep bringing this point. Eric Bieniemy, oh, he doesn't matter because look at the Chiefs, they're not the same. Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon both left Philly. Shane Steichen's excelling in Indy. Jonathan Gannon has his team playing hard every single week. That's coaching. And then you got bum-ass Matt Patricia calling defense. I was like, oh, once I found that out, I was like, oh, it's GG's in the chat. It's GG's in the chat. Because he sucks. So I was like, got it. And then Jalen Hurts, love the brother, handsome brother, don't get me wrong. But he's saying, oh, we not committed enough. Motherfucker, you the one that threw 2 picks. One was, Quez Watkins could have made a play on the ball. He didn't. That's his fault. But that threw it in double coverage. You thought the safety was going to help him out? Like, come on, it was cover 2. You threw it in. You tried to throw it in the breadbasket, but then you either overthrew it or dude made a hell of a play. Julian Love, Domer. So it's like, bro, it's come on now. Now you lost 3 straight. But now, fortunately, their gauntlet's over. Because they had Kansas City, or they had Dallas, Kansas City, San Fran, Buffalo, Dallas again, and now they ended off with Seattle. And now they end off the season with the Giants twice and the Cowboys. I say Cowboys and the Cardinals in between. So fuck around and go three straight. They're gonna feel confident, but are they really gonna take you seriously though? When you play at Detroit, who can throw it on anybody? I'm not. They gotta show me. So Seattle kept their postseason hopes alive. 7-7. They right now are, I think, the 6th seed.
They are currently the
No, 7. 7.
No,
probably.
they're the 8th seed.
Who got it?
The
Rams. The Rams
are the 7th seed. The Vikings.
Because the Rams beat Seattle twice. Yeah.
Shit crazy,
man.
It's crazy because the Seahawks have lost. So like they've only lost to like a few teams. They lost to the Niners twice. They lost to the Rams twice. But other than that, like they have 7 wins. All 7 came to other opponents. They have 7 losses. 4 of them came to NFC West opponents. So more accurately, to the two other teams ahead of him. So it's like, all in all, what, they're 7-3 against anyone else. So they're praying. Don't play NFC West, and we good. Also, fun fact: Philly has not beaten Seattle since 2018. They're 0-8 against them. Not 2018, 2015. They have not beat Philly in the last 8 tries.
I seen that on a TikTok, and I was like,
I didn't believe, but I was like, huh, interesting. We've been saying for weeks, at least I've been saying for weeks, Philly's secondary is ass, and that's gonna be their downfall. Not as you said, starting fast, scoring touchdowns and not settling for 3. They started fast. Went down the field, boom, scored a touchdown. Then all of a sudden, it's just a shame. It's a shame because you think that coaching matters. Your soliloquy was perfect in saying that coaching matters. That was perfectly said. Well said. I got nothing to add to that. That's what we know. Don't worry about it. IG. We're almost done.
Good.
Huh?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's just like Drew Lock, man. That's it's the Geno Smith shit. Like that relationship's awesome. It's like you gotta stay ready. 6 backup quarterbacks got dubs this weekend. Gardner, Joe Flacco. Hold on. Gardner, Joe Flacco, Drew Lock, Jake Browning. Who else? Wait. Oh, Case Keenum, and then there was another one. Oh, Aiden O'Connell. 6 backups. So it's like you gotta stay ready. Stay ready so you're not get ready. And like Geno Smith said it week 1 last year, they wrote me off, but they ain't right back. Drew Lock, man, he's showing that hey, he might not be a starter in this league, but quality backups. Like I think if there was any message for the year, like okay, what does this year define as? The year of the backup. If you have a quality backup quarterback that can go in, win you some games, you're valid. In the Jags case, I didn't really get a chance to mention it. They had a brutal schedule, and now they have the easier part of the schedule. But who knows if they would have just started? Who would their back? I don't even know who their backup is. I think their backup is Iowa State, not Burberry. It's gonna come to me and I'm gonna be pissed off about
CJ Beathard.
CJ Beathard, thank you. For the love of God, thank you, appreciate it. And it's like, bro, if they just started him, who knows what would have happened? And let Trevor Lawrence get 100% healthy. But no, they want to force guys to play because their backups suck. Versus now, the Seahawks, okay, Geno Smith's our starter. He's dealing with a groin injury. Let's not rush him back. Let's just fucking find out. Complimentary football. And lastly, on the Seahawks case, Kenneth Walker is a dog. Kenneth Walker, and I saw a tweet for, I think, Greg Rosenthal, shout out to him, NFL.com, was like, yo, if he would be an amazing running back for any team that didn't have an offensive line. Because every time he was getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage, he's like, nah, I ain't losing yards. Boom, and got 5 yards. Boom, broke off a 20-yard run. Like, he had like 130 yards from scrimmage, at least. And like a lot, there's like 2 of them were like bad throws. Other than that, he had like good plays. And Drew Lock, he made plays. AJ Brown, and last thing before we close out the show, the offense for Philly, I don't know. Something happened with AJ Brown where he's not getting the ball as much. And it's just a shame because it's like you think big game, a suspect secondary in Seattle, you would throw the ball. And everyone's, oh, Jalen Hurts, he was sick. I say this, I'm consistent. If you're healthy enough to play, I don't wear it. Because you would have gotten so much praise for being sick and still getting a dub. Oh, Jalen Hurts flu game, da-da-da-da. But no, he lost. Trevor Lawrence has been a high ankle sprain and a knee issue. Healthy enough to play, he doesn't want to sit. Boom. You got to get criticized. Mahomes, that was an ankle injury. Derek Carr has been ass, concussion, shoulder injury, back injury. And Saints fans were destroying him. Why? Because we're like, yo, care about your body. If you hurt, don't play. He's like, nah, I'm healthy. I'm going to go. You deserve to get criticized. So all that to say, I don't feel bad for Jalen Hurts at all. He's definitely regressed. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC, but that's not hard to do because there's only like 4 good ones anyway. Eagles made the playoffs. They're in the playoffs already. Now they're just trying to win the NFC East. Luckily for them, they have Giants twice and the Cardinals. And for Seattle, which I don't even know their schedule, Seahawks play. Oh, they play the Titans at home. They play the Titans on the road, home against the Steelers, and then home at Arizona. So you got Steelers fighting for their playoff lives, and you got 2 teams that are just trying to play spoiler. So who knows what's gonna happen? They got the one. Drew locked up, did his book bag shit. I like that. And MIZ. And yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Week 15 has come and gone. Playoff has changed significantly. Tomorrow, week 16 begins the last 3 weeks of the regular season.
Oof.
Saints, hey, we talked about it before the stream. Saints and Ravens bookend the weekend. Saints start off the weekend. Ravens end off the Christmas weekend. It's going to be a good one. Tomorrow, we discuss all the games, playoff implications. We discuss everything that matters. Oh, God. There's like 28 teams still. No, there's 26 teams still alive in the playoffs. 6 teams eliminated.
It's all right. It'll get fizzled out eventually. This week.
Hopefully, Saints make it happen. But we'll talk about all that tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. That's Shabazz TV. I'm Natty Baps. See you guys tomorrow, 8:30. Be there. The words of Maya. And live your life.
Vindicate.